Y'all, I think Shannon Sharpe did that shit. I think he did it. Yes, that fraudulent ass, lying ass, scamming ass lawyer, Tony Busby, is representing the girl. Yes, it's a white bitch, and we know white bitches lie all the time. Yes, there's proof that they were in a consensual relationship at one point, and they were doing some type of freaky ass, nasty ass slave role play, probably some rape role play, probably some pedophile role play. Yes, there's proof that they had consensual relations at one point, but I think it's very possible that during some of their sexual encounters, this girl genuinely wanted him to stop. She genuinely wanted him to stop. She told him to stop. She told him she didn't want to do it, and he kept going. I think that's very possible. I just heard a dumbass man on a podcast say that a woman cannot withdraw consent during sex. There are men who believe that a woman is not allowed to withdraw consent during sex. There are men out there who really think like that. A lot of men, actually. Shannon Sharpe obviously got off on some very sick, deviant shit. And because Tony Busby is involved, because it's a white bitch, because we know white bitches are liars, because the audio sounded kind of suspect, it was obvious that she was baiting him to say certain things. I think this girl is just a lot smarter than what he was. And she was able to get him to say certain things. But just because she was able to do that, that doesn't mean that that man didn't rape her. This nigga obviously got off on rape play. He likes to choke women. He likes the size difference between himself and women, white women, I should say. Very young white women, I should say. You heard him on that audio talking about some big black man choke small white woman. He is turned on by the size difference. He's turned on by the scenario of dominating these young, smaller women. So, do I think that during one of their sessions, do I think it's possible that she told him to stop? She genuinely wanted him to stop and he kept going? I think it's possible. Shannon Sharpe got on video talking about, Tony Busby is the same lawyer that went after Jay-Z. That kind of pissed me off when he did that. Number one, when Jay-Z was going through his situation, Shannon Sharpe didn't publicly speak up for him. Not saying he was required to do so, but Shannon Sharpe didn't publicly speak up for Jay-Z. In fact, there were people on his podcast disrespecting Jay-Z about the situation, and Shannon didn't say nothing. I'm not a Jay-Z fan, but from the jump, I could feel that that lawsuit against Jay-Z was some bullshit. The lawsuit itself didn't make sense. There's no proof or evidence that Jay-Z ever even met that girl. He genuinely did not even know who that girl was. And then when the lawsuit got dismissed with prejudice because, again, they didn't have any evidence, and then Tony Busby's lying, scamming ass wasn't even authorized to practice in the court where he filed the lawsuit, it was obvious Tony Busby tried to extort Jay-Z. But in the same breath, I do think Tony Busby is in it for the money. He don't give a fuck about justice for rape victims. He don't. But do I think that this girl might have a serious case? Yes. And y'all can say, oh, she was an OnlyFans model. Oh, she was after his money. Of course she was. She was a 19-year-old white girl, fresh out of high school. She was doing OnlyFans, but at the end of the day, she was 19 years old. What would a white 19-year-old want with a big, black, ugly 54-year-old nigga? What would she want with that? Be for real. This girl has friends her age. You think she want to be going out with her friends, going on double dates and shit, and got this big, goofy looking motherfucker with her? You think this is the type of man that she wants to bring around her family? Even the way she described it. Oh, I want you to put a big black baby in me. That is sick. That tells me everything of what she really thought about this man. This man is a monster to her. He looks like a monster to her. And he liked that shit. He liked the fact that she degraded him. He liked the fact that she dehumanized him. He was a proud buck for her. This man is disgusting. And the fact that you at 54 years old would even go approach a 19-year-old. Because this girl, she looks young. If you look at the pictures, if you listen to the audio, she even sounds like a child. She even sounds like a child. If you go look at her pictures, this girl she still look 19. I think she's only like 21 now, but she still looks like a teenager. And this big, nasty, old ass nigga was attracted to that. This nigga has daughters who are much younger than this girl. I think his youngest daughter is like 30, 35. And you was out here fucking on a 19-year-old, had her calling you daddy, and she's a third of your size, and you're 35 years older than her, and you had her calling you daddy? Y'all want me to believe this man is not a pedophile? Y'all want me to believe this man is not attracted to children? I don't give a fuck if 19 years old is legal. A 19-year-old is straight out of high school. A 19-year-old has not had enough life experience, has not had enough time away from their parents, has not had enough time to, build their own resources, get educated, and have discernment. And this big, nasty nigga knew that, which is why he went after her, because she was young. This dumb, stupid, goofy ass nigga, they're pulling up videos of him telling on himself. Talking about he don't want to date older women because older women have more, they make their own money. And because older women make their own money, they don't have to do what Shannon Sharpe tells them to do. He said this shit out of his mouth. That older women are independent. And he can't do nothing with that because they're independent. When a woman is independent, she don't have to sell her soul. She don't have to sell her dignity. She don't have to do no nasty, deviant shit with some big, black, ugly motherfucker just to get some money. But Shannon Sharpe knows the younger girls, 19, 18, 20, 21. He knows those girls are fresh out of high school, fresh out of their parents' house, not really making no real money like that. And like he said, the young girl's gonna do what he want them to do. Because again, they don't have the resources, they don't have the discernment, they don't have the life experience to tell this man no. And I'm curious to see what type of sick shit he had these girls doing, because it's a lot of beautiful, beautiful women. And I'm not even about to sit up here and tell him, oh, you should be with a black woman. Oh, you should pick a black woman. I don't give a fuck. I'm glad a black woman wasn't a part of this situation with his big, dumb, goofy, ugly ass. I don't wish no black woman this type of man. But even if you wanted a woman younger than you, you old ass grandpa, you are in your fucking 50s. A 40-year-old is young to you. Okay? A 40-year-old, a 40 to 45-year-old woman is young to you. And it's a bunch of beautiful 40-year-old women. But at the end of the day, a lot of these women probably don't even want Shannon because he's deviant. I think he's also gay. And I'm not saying gay people are deviant. I'm just saying that this man is, something is off about him. Something is very off about him. But he knows these women in their 40s, they have their own money. They have their own cars. You know what I'm saying? Their brains are fully developed, so they have more foresight. They have more discernment. They have more critical thinking, analytical skills. These women can tell him no when he asked them to do some deviant, nasty shit. Some of the other white bitches that spoke out against Shannon Sharpe, they exposed that he liked to have his booty played with. He liked to choke these bitches. He liked to do that. He liked to, have them calling him daddy and all that nasty shit. A woman in her 40s don't got to put up with no shit like that. A woman in her 40s don't have to be controlled because she got her own resources, which is why I always tell y'all, make your own money. It's okay if you make that nigga pay all your bills, but you still got to make your own money. That way you don't have to sell your soul and your dignity and your morals just so that you can get some money from these niggas. But he said that shit out his mouth. The young ones do what he say. The older ones, they have their own money. They're independent. So go be independent by yourself. But now this young white bitch is about to be independent with this dumbass nigga's money. This nigga Shannon Sharpe offered this girl $10 million to settle out of court to prevent this from going public. Y'all want me to believe that she don't got nothing on him? Imagine being 21 years old, turning down $10 million. Let's be for real. Let's put ourselves in that perspective. Turning down $10 million. Who can afford to turn down $10 million? Shannon said that there's a sex tape. And this sex tape, he's claiming that the acts in the sex tape are consensual. And he can say that. He can say they're going after the black man. He can say it's a shakedown. He can say he's a victim. And looking at who the lawyer is, like I said, I don't think the lawyer is after justice. The lawyer is after money. He don't care whether Shannon is guilty or innocent. He just wants his money. Shannon can say that this is a shakedown. And most people may believe it just because of who the lawyer is, because of who the girl is. But have we all considered that maybe, just maybe, it's possible this nigga really raped that girl? Like, why are we acting like that's impossible? This nigga obviously is a sexual deviant. Sexual deviants, they are sex addicts. They're addicted to porn as well. And it takes a lot for these nasty motherfuckers to get off. So when porn is not enough for them, they will go to toys. When toys are not enough for them, they will go to real human people. And of course, they got to pay because, like I said, no respectable woman with her own shit going on would touch this nigga. And then, when consensual sex is not enough for them, it's not exciting enough for them, that's when they start getting violent. That's when they start crossing boundaries. That's when they start raping people for real. So I don't want y'all to just completely negate the fact that this could possibly be real. She said that this nigga came after her after she broke up with him, grabbed her by her head and forced her to go down to his crotch, anally raped her, said that I'm going to ruin you so that nobody else will want you. I don't know, y'all. I have a feeling that, yes, the girl's a gold digger. Yes, the girl is after his money. But I have a feeling that this nigga is deviant enough to cross that boundary. The way he talks about women with such hatred. Like, this man is misogynistic. And misogynistic men, they do rape women. They do ignore women. They don't respect women's decisions or consent. So I do think it's possible that while he was close to getting his nut, I think it's possible that while she was telling him to stop, he kept going. And yes, that is rape. And the fact that he tried to give her $10 million tells me she got some shit on him. He probably had her Because I saw somebody was talking about the situation with her husband, where her husband would request for her to wear pigtails in school uniforms so that he could pretend that he was sleeping with a child. I'm telling y'all, a lot of these niggas are pedophiles. They are attracted to children. You think it's cute, yo, calling your man daddy? You think it's cute that he wants you to wear pigtails? You think it's cute that he wants you to dress up in school uniforms? That man is trying to enact the rape of a child. He is imagining that you are a child. And you have to ask yourself, a nigga as big and as old as Shannon, when he went after a 19-year-old who is so much smaller than him and had her calling him daddy, you have to ask yourself, what about that was attractive to him? This nigga is attracted to children. If the age of the only thing stopping him from going lower than 18 is the law, this nigga would definitely go after younger teenagers younger than 18 if it was legal. And he probably already has at some point in his life. He thought he was doing something by exposing her identity, but truly he just made it worse for himself. This nigga is into some sick shit at his big old age. But I don't appreciate y'all talking about, oh, he should be out with a wife somewhere and settled down. Don't wish this nasty ass man on no woman. First of all, I think he's gay on the low. Second of all, he does not like women. He's misogynistic. Yes, he will fuck women, but while he's fucking them, he's also choking them. He's also probably slapping them and calling them all types of derogatory names. We saw the way he was talking to that girl on that audio, talk about he gonna choke the shit out of her and she don't have a choice. That's not how a man talks to a woman who actually likes women. Stop wishing these nasty, ugly, degenerate, deviant, ugly ass niggas onto these women. Instead of wishing this man onto another woman, talk about he should have had a wife to keep him on a leash. How about this nigga go get some fucking therapy to address his porn addiction, to address his attraction to children, to address his self-hatred issues. That's what he needs. Not a woman to sit up there and be miserable with his ass, because best believe he's the type that will cheat with men and women, with teenagers. This man does not care about having a meaningful relationship with a woman. He does not care about having companionship with a woman. All he cares about is sex. And when somebody is that sexually deviant that they would risk a $100 million career, that they would risk their reputation, that they will risk the security and the empire that they've built, when someone will risk all of that for sex, that person is capable of rape. If you will put sex over your livelihood, you are capable of rape. So this girl is asking for $50 million. If Shannon Sharpe was smart, he would try to increase his settlement offer. He done already tried to offer her 10 million. He needs to up that. Maybe double it. Maybe triple it. Because if this girl can walk away from $10 million, I'm talking about money that can set her up for the long run. $10 million? Turning down $10 million is crazy. That tells me she got some shit on his ass. And I don't blame ESPN. Shannon wanted to try to act like, he voluntarily walked away from ESPN. No, nigga, you knew you was on the verge of getting fired. I wouldn't even be surprised if they took you to a meeting room and told you and gave you the option to just voluntarily resign to help preserve some of the reputation that you have left. But ESPN is owned by Disney, and Disney's not fucking with that shit. Not only that, there's another white bitch who's suing this motherfucker for rape and all other types of shit. So yeah, this is not the same thing as the Jay-Z case. I hate that he tried to include include Jay-Z in this. No, nigga. From jump, Jay-Z said he did not do this. He did not know that girl. There was no evidence whatsoever that they ever even met. NBC investigated that girl's story. The father said that what she said wasn't true. The band members that she claimed she spoke to said it wasn't true. There were no police reports, no phone calls, no 911 calls, no DNA, no pictures, no photos, no audio, no video, no witnesses, absolutely nothing. And then it later came out that this girl confirmed that Busby put her up to this. But you, my nigga, Shannon Sharpe, they got video on your dumb ass. They got audio on your dumb ass. They got text messages. They even got you on your own podcast talking like a fucking predator. You stupid, goofy motherfucker. And I don't feel sorry for him at all. Like I said, I don't care about him not liking black women, because as a black woman myself, I would never date no fucking Shannon Sharpe. He's ugly as fuck to me. And y'all gonna call me anti-black for that, but I don't give a fuck. This man is ugly as fuck to me. And you're not gonna gaslight me into calling him attractive just because he's black. No, this man is ugly as shit. And he's been getting turned down his whole life. That's why he has to lead with his money and his celebrity status and his career to get women to give him attention. Because he knows he's ugly. He knows this. He knows he's not attractive. He was on his podcast talking about, yeah, he pays all of the bills. He pays all of the girls' bills. Nigga, you have to do that. That ain't no choice. You know that if you was not paying bills, she wouldn't be with your ass. You know you have to do that. Don't be trying to act like you some type of provider. Nigga, you're a trick. You're a trick. You have to pay the girls' bills for her to give you attention. And you know this. That's why you lead with your money. When he approached that 19-year-old girl, he offered to pay for her some new titties. He offered to give her money because he knows he needs money to get these girls' attention. And his dumbass barked up the wrong tree. Monique tried to warn his dumbass. Cat Williams tried to warn his dumbass. Even people on social media were constantly telling him, date your age. But this nigga said he wanted to date his wage. And by dating his wage, he meant he wants to pay for 19-year-olds, for 20-year-olds. He wants to pay for young girls. That's what he meant by date your wage. Not date someone who was equally yoked with him financially. He wanted to date someone that was much, much younger that he could pay. And he went to the wrong ones. But I love this for him. This is what misogyny gets you. This is what being a sexual deviant gets you. This is what being a pedophile gets you. This is what being a predator gets you. You deserve everything coming for you, and I hope that girl takes every last penny. ESPN is done with your ass. You done lost your $100 million contract. People talking about you crazy online. I love this for you. Big dumb nigga. Stupid. Old country, dumb, stupid motherfucker. You too old to be in this dumbass situation. And your dumbass couldn't see that you was getting played, that you was getting plotted on. You thought that white girl was going to let you do all that nasty shit to her. And you know what's also sick about this, y'all? There's also a video of Shannon Sharpe talking about he was going to give his daughters a $30,000 limit on their wedding. Talking about, I won't pay more than $30,000 for your wedding. And if your wedding costs more than that, you're going to have to figure it out. Yet this nigga was quick to try to throw this white girl $10 million. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. He was quick to try to throw that white girl $10 million. But couldn't pay more than $30,000 for his daughter's wedding. Y'all some goofy dumb niggas. Like I said, I don't care about y'all dating white bitches. I'm not one of them black women that's mad about y'all dating white bitches. I say have at it. I say y'all deserve each other. I've said this before. I think white women and black men belong together because they're both cut from the same cloth. Okay? You know what I'm saying? They're both cut from the same cloth. I think white women and black men belong together. Yes, y'all have the worst divorce rates. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, y'all have the highest divorce rates. Yes, y'all marriages don't last. Yes, y'all situations always end up horribly. But y'all are cut from the same cloth. And y'all deserve each other. So, I love this for him. I'm not mad about him dating white women. I'm mad about him going after fucking teenagers and young women. and using his money to try to get them to do nasty shit for him. I'm mad at the fact that he's misogynistic and he forgot who the fuck he was. See, when you niggas get in certain positions, y'all forget who the fuck y'all really are. You could keep putting on them tight ass suits. You could keep putting on them tight ass leggings, walking around looking all big, lumpy, and awkward. Something is off with this man. You could keep trying to cover up who you really are, but we know who you really are. You want to be a big black nigga? You want to be a big black scary nigga that choke white women? Oh, she's gonna make you out to be that in the court of law, and you gonna pay up. All right, we'll see what happens.